Assalamu alaikum and Jum'ah Mubarakah. Welcome back to Barakat Jum'ah, also known as Friday Blessings. So today's story is a really beautiful one. I have heard multiple iterations of this story, so I'm going to go with the one that I think is the most common. But essentially, this story is about the power of dua. And it starts off with a doctor who is a very high specialty doctor. He was either a neurologist or a cardiologist, as the story goes. And he was so popular that it was practically impossible to get an appointment with this doctor. Like, you would have to wait like 6 months to a year just to see him. And so one day he was on a flight, and something was wrong with the flight, and they had to land the plane in some remote area. So while he was there, they landed in some village, and there was word that there was a girl in the village that was really, really sick, and they asked if he'd be willing to see her. So he said, okay, sure, I'll go ahead and go see her. So he goes and he checks on this child and he treats her, and the person who's taking care of her is so grateful, and she says, I can't believe you're here. We actually had an appointment with this really, really famous doctor, but we were gonna have to wait like 6 months, and I kept making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he would send me someone, because I don't think the child was gonna make it to 6 months. And so he turned around and looked at the woman and he said, what's the name of the doctor that you were supposed to see? So she says his name, and it turns out that it's him, and he says, I am that doctor. And he goes, subhanallah, your dua was accepted, and your dua brought me here. Your dua broke down my plane so that I could come land in this village and come and see you and take care of the child. So subhanallah, he burst into tears because it was just such a powerful and moving experience. And so it just goes to tell us that your dua is a very, very powerful tool, and you shouldn't underestimate it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us dua, and he tells us that if we reach out to him, that he will answer us. There is an ayah in Surah Ghafir in the Quran where he tells us, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, وَقَالَ رَبُّكُمْ ادْعُونِي أَسْتَجِبْ لَكُمْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, call out to me and I will respond to you. So subhanallah, it's amazing what the power of dua can do. And so please, by all means, if there's something in your heart that you need, make dua, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give it to you, and inshallah he will grant your dua. So that is it for today's story. I would love to hear your stories, so I've created a link below. It's anonymous, so please go ahead and submit your own miraculous stories that we can share here on the channel to inspire and give people hope. And inshallah, I will see you next Friday.